Thanks to the Forum 6 Tamworth and Wagga Wagga and the Odeon 5 Orange. It's the Talkin Flickster podcast with JT and Grant Lee.
Hello, happy Friday and welcome to Talkin Flicks. Great to be here once again with the wonderful Mr. Lee. You love a Friday, don't you? Because we don't work Fridays usually, do you? Are you working today?
I am actually working today. I've actually worked quite a few Fridays in the last few weeks, so yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to tell you because you don't know.
Exactly right. This is good to see. No, you've definitely picked up your act this year, Mr. Lee. And you know what?
I have.
Got to say, the Forum 6 has been running more efficiently this year as well in Tamworth. I think it's because you've had less holidays already, so that's really good.
Yes, my holidays have all been cancelled for the whole year, so that's not good.
Yeah,
and that's not due. That's not due to work or anything. That's due to my bank account. That's why they've been cancelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the bank account's helping the company.
Yes.
No, you'll have a holiday at some point, right? You'll go somewhere.
Yeah, I will.
As I said, Barab is always a nice place to go. Manila.
Hey, that's an hour away. Yeah, Manila's only half. That's good.
Easy peasy. How's your week been? Been all good?
Yeah, it's been really good. As you know, it was my birthday last week that we were talking about. My son came home, surprised me, which was really good. Had a great weekend with him. He headed back to Central Coast on Sunday, so it was really good to catch up with the whole family and just have family time, because you don't get that very often when they move out of home. So, yeah.
No, you don't. Well, that's really good. I'm glad. And I got to say, your social media videos, Mr. Lee, you've been a superstar lately. I noticed there was one of you at the I don't know what you were doing at the counter, Mr. Lee, with that pop, the little passing a little note on the counter there. Oh my God!
Well, how many times
Cringe.
have you been? How many times you gone and you gone, I know I shouldn't be eating, but I'd want it. So you say, I'll have a water, and it makes you feel better.
It
does.
And they're only 2 minutes in, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. But good to see that good to see you making an effort, Mr. Lee. That's really good.
Thank you.
Yes, I've got to say your acting skills were pretty good.
Oh,
pretty good.
Thank
yeah.
you. I thought you were going to say something else. And say
No.
crap.
Credit where credit's due. You played the part very well.
Thank you.
Didn't say much, but that's okay.
You'll be in our next one. I'll get you into that.
Oh, I can't wait. But you know what? I'm definitely taking the popcorn. I'm not putting the Maltesers in it. Okay, we've got a great movie to talk about today. We've got a Flickster coming on. They're going to be talking about Elvis Presley concert epic. So this is a documentary, Mr. Lee. It's combined though, isn't it? Like it's a bit of a doco, a bit of a biography.
80% of unseen footage is in this doco. So this is stuff that Baz found when he was doing his research for Elvis, as we know, that came out a few years ago. Was it 2023 or something, I think? It came out. So it's it's really good that he found this, because a lot of Elvis fans are loving it.
It premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival last year, and from all reports, everyone loved it. So no surprise, it's doing really well. What did our Flickster think? We will introduce them and find out after we have listened to epic Elvis Presley in concert.
Been a lot written and a lot said, but never from my side of the story. Hey, the light's on. I can see you. Hello out there. Hello. Camera crew, gentlemen. All right. It's coming closer. I feel like I'm slipping away. Play the hell out of it. Your kisses left behind. If you feel it, like the sweet song of you can't help but move to it. You light my morning sky, burn love. It's a new crowd out there. They haven't seen us before. But it's got to be like the first time we go on. That's one of the secrets.
Oh, yes, that is Elvis, and it's epic, and our Flickster to tell us all about it. It's the wonderful Shaz. G'day, Shaz.
Hi, JT and Grant. How are you both?
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's Friday. What isn't there to love about Friday?
Correct.
Favourite day of the week for you, Shaz, would you say?
Oh, favourite day of the week. It's the favourite F word, Friday.
Oh, it certainly is. Love that F word. It's good.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Can I use that? I like that.
Control yourself, Mr. Lee. Control yourself. It's only early. Yeah, Shaz. Okay, well, you know what? Nothing better than going into the weekend with a bit of Elvis. Bit of a fan.
I am a bit of a fan of Elvis. And you know what? Listening to that trailer again, I just had the biggest grin on my face. So that speaks volumes to this movie because it's just, yeah, it really is. It's epic.
Okay, before I say anything, and because you just said epic, I just want to say, JT, do you realise why it's called epic?
Because he's epic. Is that
No,
right?
it's because it's Elvis Presley in concert. Epic.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Yes.
Thank you. I didn't know that
No,
either.
it does make sense. I look at that now and I go, yes, I could see
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
but I didn't know that, and I was made fun of because it was, I won't say who made fun of me, but someone did, and I just went, oh, that's a bit sad.
Oh, well, good on them. Well done for making fun of you. Shame it wasn't me. I wish I had done that.
You would have known, Shaz, wouldn't you? You knew.
Oh, I knew, going into it, knew what epic
Yeah.
stood for.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
So I didn't.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I have had to point that out to a few people, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, it all makes sense, right? And yeah, I mean, you look at it and go, well, he was quite epic when you think about it.
Yeah.
When you look at all these incredible performers, and you put him up there in the likes of, with Michael Jackson and, all those kinds of performers, he's just, it's a legend that just lives over time, doesn't he? Like, his music is just ingrained everywhere.
Oh, definitely. And I think the thing with Elvis is that when you speak to a lot of artists, no matter what genre of music that they are performing in or they're a singer-songwriter in, a lot of them do throw back to Elvis being an inspiration. I mean, even the Beatles, Paul McCartney, John Lennon, a lot of those spoke very highly of Elvis in past interviews and in articles. So he certainly had an impact, and I think sometimes he probably had a bigger impact on people musically than maybe even he himself realised when he was alive.
Yeah, which I agree. You imagine what if he was still alive today, how much more music we would have of Elvis. Like, it would be incredible. And I don't know whether we would have still the same type of music. Would you think?
I think maybe the influence still would have been there, but I sort of was wondering this after seeing the movie, whether it would have been our fascination and our love of Elvis, I think still would have very much been there because there's always been those fans of Elvis and his music. But I think our fascination with Elvis kind of got larger following his untimely passing because that kind of added to the legend and the icon in a weird sort of way. So I don't know whether, the generations that came after Elvis's kind of time, whether there would still be that fascination with him if it wasn't because of the fact that, he was at the height of his career and then, what happened in his later years and then obviously him passing away, and there's people that have YouTube channels dedicated to everything Elvis and museums and, it was a global kind of phenomenon that was Elvis Presley. And still it's like that in 2026.
Yeah, exactly. And and this is why I think so many people would really enjoy this movie, or I guess this documentary as such, because again, you get more of an insight into his life, his music, and what did you think of Epic? Like, what were your thoughts of the documentary and how it all played out? Did you come away maybe learning some things you didn't know about Elvis going into it?
Yeah, I've actually found it quite fascinating. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be a movie as such. It was a more documentary style film. And I had actually read a lot about all this sort of unseen footage that had been unearthed by Baz Luhrmann, during his research for the Elvis movie starring Austin Butler. And I remember starting to follow Baz on social media around that time, and Graceland and Elvis Presley's sort of social media channels. And there was a lot of buzz about this unseen footage, and you could see in the comments, like, all of these fans around the globe saying, we've heard that there's this unseen footage, it would be so cool to see it. And I think what Baz Luhrmann's done has just been awesome. The fact that he's been able to get this footage, remaster it, make it so that it's big screen worthy in 2026, and he's pieced all this footage together to kind of put on a big screen concert. And I think that's probably the best way to see this film, is to see it on the big screen, I think, to do it justice. Like, it's Elvis Presley, so bigger, better, more out there. It's showy. It's got that Baz Luhrmann touch that we're familiar with all of his kind of movies. But I think it honours Elvis's memory and celebrates him. And I think, too, the other thing, it does kind of make you appreciate just what an incredible entertainer Elvis was, but also the person that was behind that stardom. I think it sort of shines a little bit of light on that, and just how hardworking he was. Like, the fact that, the amount of shows that he did, and he gave it his all. Like, you could actually sort of see that in some of the clips and some of this behind-the-scenes footage. And I thought the other thing that was really kind of neat about the movie was the fact that Elvis sort of narrated the movie, so it's been pieced together with him kind of telling the story. So, yeah, I think it was really, really well done.
Something that I'm not sure whether you're aware either, but the footage, it didn't have any sound. So it took 2 years for Baz's team to actually sync audio to the footage. So the footage is okay, like, it's good. But to actually be able to sync that to a soundtrack, that's pretty impressive.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That makes it even more epic, pardon the pun. But that's crazy. And I mean, you watch the footage too, and as someone who I guess has seen a little bit behind the curtains of the entertainment and music industry here in Australia at least, it's kind of interesting just picking up on little nuances of that time and of that period. A lot of that footage is from the early 70s and from, some of those well-known concerts of and performances of Elvis's. And the fact that, just the fact that he was able to kind of conduct that sort of little mini orchestra that was with him on stage, and from the backup singers, and the fact that there was no tracks and there was no in-ears or monitors or anything like that. It was true showmanship at its best. And I think, there were so many things that I saw as I watched the film that I sort of thought, wow, like, even the thought of someone having a camera to capture all this footage. I don't know what their thoughts were back then of what they were going to do with that footage, but the fact that even like the camera work, I'm sure it's been remastered and there's been a lot of, processing done in the production of this documentary film. But I even just sort of thinking, like, the cameras that were used to capture this footage back in the 70s ain't like the cameras and the technology we have in 2026. So even the stabilisation and just, like, I just thought there was so many things. And I think it's kind of one of those films, if you're an Elvis fan, it's probably worth going back and seeing a second time, because you'll pick something else up that you missed the first time.
Yeah, because there were a lot of things in it. And now you were saying about how many concerts and all he did. So from 1969 to 1972, he did 1,100 concerts, and sometimes up to 3 concerts per day. Now, artists these days would never, ever do anything like that. Let's take Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. She did a total of 149 shows across 5 continents, which was 51 cities, and it ran from March 23 to December 24. So she's nowhere near, even if she did that for 3 years, she's still nowhere near to 1,100 shows. No, and in the movie, he also mentioned that he would lose between £4 to £5 per show. So it's incredible. It is. There is just no way they would do that sort of. But we all know it was the Colonel who was doing it to him, that was making as much out of him as he could.
Yeah, I felt like there was a bit of a statement sort of being made in the movie, in the film too. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but there is a section there where they kind of shine a bit of a spotlight on the Colonel and his relationship with Elvis. And it's a very poignant song that they choose to play to accompany that that footage. And there's a lot of songs in the Elvis catalogue, but there's one in particular about a devil in disguise that comes to mind that they may have used in that sequence.
And so, look, obviously it's about the Elvis in concert, but do we find, is there much story behind, obviously, his passing and that farewell moment? Do we get to see any of that in the documentary?
They don't touch on his passing, which I kind of think was a smart move. I mean, it's well documented, his untimely passing and what happened at the end of his life. I think it's nice that they sort of focused on, they did kind of talk about his upbringing, and they did mention the passing of his mother and the impact it had on him, and of course him serving in the forces, going overseas, going over to Germany and then coming back, and then, stepping back into the stardom that was surrounding Elvis in the United States. But then they kind of just focused, I guess, on that prime sort of period of his career, probably from 1969, through till 1972. And I think that was probably a smart thing to do, because that was at the height of his career. And I think it just was that is what created the celebration of Elvis. And just look at this guy, just look at what he did. So I think that was a smart move, and I don't know whether that was Baz's sort of genius behind the scenes. I assume it would be, but I think it was kind of nice not to sort of necessarily dwell, we know how it ends. So let's just focus on this is the showman on stage doing his thing, and this is what crowds seeing that footage of the women in the international showroom in Las Vegas during one of those residencies that he had there, and seeing them hysterical, they were throwing themselves at the stage.
There was one part they threw a bra to him, and he put it on his head.
Yeah.
Oh, not panty.
He did.
And you just go,
The bra
but you were right, Shaz. The women, and I'm sure there were some men there as well doing it, but the women were just going insane. And you go, this guy has these people in his palm of his hands, and he could do anything, and they would scream.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know who was the worst for that? The worst for that was Tom Jones, apparently. Tom Jones.
I was just going to say Tom Jones.
The ladies used to throw their pants at him. That's just, imagine that. My God.
Especially these days, could you imagine? No, health reasons. No.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, anyway. Shaz, I've got a question. What's your favourite Elvis song?
Elvis song. That is a hard one. But there is a standout for me, and that is If I Can Dream. He recorded that for the 68 comeback special. In the, I guess, music video or the film, the promotional clip that went with that song, that's where he's wearing that iconic two-piece white sort of long sleeve safari suit with the red handkerchief kind of tie around his neck. Yeah. And there's just something about that song, If I Can Dream, even listening to it in 2026, considering everything that's going on in the world, I feel like there's just a message in that song that just still rings true. And even as I'm talking about it, I'm getting goosebumps. So that is, on top of a very long list of favourite Elvis Presley songs, that's number one for me. Yeah.
Very good. I like that one.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It is a nice song. Well, we've come to that time of the podcast. I've got to head to the freezer to get some choc tops out. How many choc tops out of 5 will you give Epic, the Elvis Presley in concert doco?
Look, I think because it's the king, he deserves quite a number. So I'm going to give Epic, Elvis Presley in concert, 4 choc tops.
That's pretty good. Wow. That's great. Oh, great. What an awesome score.
Great.
Awesome score. And, of course, because it's a doubler again this week, because Grant Lee did go and see it as well. Mr. Lee, so we've got 4 from Shaz. What do you do?
Yep. I'm going to do 4 as well. 4 choc tops. Because it is, and, it's funny, a lot of people are coming out of the movie and they're just saying absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, and I agree. I walked out and I just kept talking about it after the movie, and I think I was out in the car park for about half an hour talking to my friend about it after, saying, oh my God, it was here, blah, blah, blah. And then we'd bring up all these things about it, and it was incredible.
Nice. Well, there you go. Thanks very much, Shaz.
Yeah, pleasure.
You go see it again, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah. And I think I would recommend if you're an Elvis Presley fan, go and see it, because you'll take something away from it. And, I think it's nice too, and I'll just mention this because I've seen this so many sort of times of late on social media, and I've read so many articles about it, but with Baz Luhrmann sort of touring around the globe, taking this documentary movie everywhere, he's been quoted in saying a lot that Elvis always wanted to do like an international tour. He wanted to travel. He wanted to go overseas and take his music and do concerts in Europe and, all around. And he never got to do that. The Colonel never let him do that. And this is Baz's way of allowing Elvis to fulfill that dream in a weird kind of way. Elvis is no longer with us, but I just think that is really special and really sweet, and all the feels, the fact that he is kind of getting to have this world tour that he never got to have, when he was with us. But I'm glad that this is now out there and everyone's getting to see it. So, definitely go and see it. Definitely go and see it.
Yeah. Baz Luhrmann's a bit of a tough name on this podcast at the moment, Mr. Lee, isn't he?
He certainly is. We won't tell you why, but
No. Blown off again. Anyway.
One another day. We might.
Yeah, maybe. That's right, we had Jocelyn Morehouse. So. Baz can get stuffed. Okay, well, we're going to get out of here.
Yes. I've got the day to go to work. I better go to work. Get ready.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay. If you say so. This music sums you up.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Well, have a good one, Shaz. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much, JT, and thanks, Grant. And look forward to seeing your Elvis hairdo, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And the jumpsuit, Shaz. Even more impressive.
The jumpsuit.
The sparkly
jumpsuit. That one this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Don't you worry, he's got a whole cupboard full of them.
Actually, if you want to have a quick look at me in a jumpsuit, go to TMFM Facebook page and you'll see it there, or the Forum 6 Facebook page. It's there.
Little plug over there. Look at you go. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Lee? I'm going to cancel you. Okay. We're going to go. Have a lovely weekend. And we're back. When we're back, Mr. Lee? We're back next week sometime, aren't we?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun.
Look forward to it.
We're going to be talking about how to make a killing. So that'll be great, won't it?
Okay. I look forward to that. That's next week. And no birthdays next week. Even better.
No,
More impressive. Save on
2
cake.
weeks in a row. And now no birthdays for a year.
Perfect. All right. Have a lovely weekend.
You too.
We'll catch
Bye for
next
now.
week.
Want to be our next Talking Flickster? Register now at forum6.com.au or odeon5.com.au. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.